For those of you who got your lighters ready, you got your cushion, your water ready. This is no laughing matter, so I'll try not to joke. I just kind of want this to be a teachable moment. Me and Sino tried to tell him. Don't want to listen to ego. But for those of you who are ready to go, let's get it. Good morning, good morning. Let's get it. I'm off camera. Let me light this thing up. Oh, Sparky. Morning, morning, morning. We tried to tell him. Good morning, Miss D. Chan, Sasha, Sassy 81, James. His channel's still going to be better than this lame channel. Thank you for the view, though. Come watch us both. I appreciate that. You just came to watch us both, so that's what we want more of. Appreciate appreciate you, though. Oh, he's still mad. Oh, man. And you're a subscriber. Yes, man. Shout out to Introverted Reactions. Y'all go sub up. This is a beautiful subscriber of mine. Right now, he's upset. But don't worry about love over here. He says I'm a pedal defender, yet he subscribed to me. That's amazing. This dude is a subscriber. Oh, man. You type of character? Oh, my God. You might be a bad person. Hey, you might be a bad person, buddy. You should unsub at least, because this is for members and subscribers only. And you're a sub over here. Oh my God, you're a terrible person. You're subscribed to clip your goofy A up. You're kind of angry at 8 o'clock. Are you banging at breakfast, nigga? Are you banging at breakfast? It's too early in the morning for this, man. You said you just subscribed to record. You only subbed up to record me. Now, how many people in the chat know that you don't got to be a subscriber to record somebody? I record people and download their videos all the time, and I'm not a subscriber. So, sir, either you are undercover stan or you're absolutely insane. You don't have to be a subscriber to record someone's stuff, sir. You just hit fucking record. You can literally go and screen record without even liking the person. So I reject that deposit. You just love me, man. You are a supporter of mine. It's okay. Don't try to love me in the dark. Oh, you got to love me in the light. I said love me in the light. Don't try to love me in the dark. Pause. Love me in the light. Yeah, trying to treat me like one of them goddamn motherfuckers you pick up at goddamn 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, this motherfucker act like come on now. No, love me in the light, Paul. Come give me a hug. Come on, bring it in. Come on now. I know I'm smoky a little bit. Let me blow it out the way. Come on. Give me a hug, bro. Come on, you know you need a hug. Kevin Gates, you niggas. Y'all niggas confused. You sub up to a nigga, argue with a dude. Like, what is wrong with y'all? We got a love-hate relationship. Can we at least pound it out? Come on, give me a pound in the morning. Boom. Yeah, my hands ashy. They might cut, but pound. Boom. There you go, man. Pound it out. Crazy, man. Paul. Man, they say the darndest thing, bro. They say the darndest thing. So they stopped Gil's show because people hanging out over outside. He said, man, they done said all kind of stuff. But if he would have got a studio like we told him from the beginning, when at first he thought it was a genius idea. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm saving my overhead. Built the studio in the house. They built me 5 studios. They're my studios, dummy. They're all mine. I'll be able to rent them out, do my wife's show, do this show, do that show. You guys are idiots. You guys just don't know what you're talking about. Anton Daniels come give him some credit. He take all the credit when it looked like he being a genius. But now that it didn't work out, guess what he said? It ain't my fault. Don't blame me. It ain't. Because guy was outside smoking. That's your house, nigga. Everything that go on at your house is your fault. But you don't want to listen. That's exactly why Cino, shout out to my boy Carcino, and myself, you might not like our delivery. You might say we laugh. You and Cino never told him to get a studio? Yes, we did. We have the DMs to prove it. We told him now dumb. He told us that he was hating. Cino definitely had the screenshots of Cino telling them, yo, bro, why would you have, people are not going to want to come to your house. And how are your neighbors going to be okay with this? He act like everything was all good. He said he stayed in a gated community within a gate within a gate. So basically he could do what he want. That's what he said. But now he's changing his tune. And there's a lot of discrepancies in this story. And I feel bad for him because I knew this was going to happen. It always happened. But unfortunately, you know, you got guys like Kenyon, Swaggy P, and the rest of the guys that's there, McCants, Jennings. It's sad because you got all those brothers that got a job on the line. So that's why it's not funny. And that's why we wasn't joking when we told him, hey, you need to go get your own space. And he tells lies to y'all, and y'all laugh and think that shit cute. And it's cool to laugh and sway the people thinking everything a joke. But see, this is real life, though. All that joking and playing, in real life, you got to get your ass out. See, y'all fell for the bouffale. Y'all fell for all the jokes and all the games that he was saying. But this is what we're talking about in the power of ownership and knowing that you can't have no commercial style business in a residential area. That is dumb. And then the guy said he knew it from early on. So early on, like 2 years ago, you knew your HOA had an issue. And not one time did you rectify the issue? Not one time have you rectified the issue. You didn't go try to get a space a year ago? We told him. First of all, nobody's coming way out there to your house to book interviews. That's number one. To get consistent guests out there, way out there, not happening. That's one. Number two, we already knew this was going to happen. HOA, now you go from 1 show to 2 shows out of your house in a residential neighborhood with an HOA. And I know y'all might think, oh, the HOA is the problem. No, you signed the contract. When Gilbert Arenas, this is why it's his fault. When you move to a place with a HOA, you know your house is not your house. This is the reason why I do not live in a place with an HOA now. I used to live, let's just take for instance, and first of all, I don't believe that it was an HOA issue. So that's number one, because I lived in Windermere. And for you to get away with having a studio in your basement for that long, for like 2 years, with these cars coming for that long, in Windermere, this wouldn't have happened for 1 day. You can't have more than 2 cars parked in your driveway. That's period. The first day I would have tried to have a show in my house in Windermere, the HOA would have came and said, get all these motherfuckers up out of here. And when you signed, you couldn't even get them all through the gate. Now, they might have could have parked outside the gate and I could have shuttled them through like you was doing. But once they see a van coming through your house, it don't take long. They're going to ask right away, what are you doing over here? You can't even cut your grass in Windermere. When I stayed in Windermere, I brought a brand new lawnmower. Them people said, what are you doing? They was like, let me give you the HOA handbook again because you signed this, and I think you should read all of this because we can go as far as take possession of this house if you don't abide by these rules. I said, but what the hell? I said, oh, Lord. That's when I really understood how dangerous a homeowners association is. It's a beautiful thing when everybody is going good and everybody's in agreement. But it can be an ugly, ugly thing if you got somebody that you don't get along with that's a part of the HOA. We couldn't water our grass. You couldn't put no fertilizer on your grass. I couldn't park more than 2 cars in the driveway at a time. I remember I bought this other car and I was cleaning it off, but because I was cleaning it and one of the other cars wasn't in the garage, they had security come around that motherfucker tell me, hey, you need to back one of them other cars in the garage because you got 2 cars in the drive. I said, damn, I'm just cleaning this car and it's about to go. They said, no, you heard what we said. Put that other car in the goddamn driveway. And I had to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is exactly why I don't want no homeowners association. Your house is not your house. So being that he signed the contract for the homeowners association, he already knows this. Anybody who signed, and the nicer the neighborhood, the more affluent the neighborhood, the more powerful the homeowners association. You got people on that damn association that's retired. They ain't got nothing to do but to fuck your life up. Your garage door have to be down by sundown, no loud music. I'm telling you. And you better abide by those rules or you start getting fines. And then if you don't start paying those fines, you can be held in contempt of HOA. You can be held in, they can do all sorts of things to you. So I don't know how this brother can say it's not his fault when you actually signed the contract when you purchased the home. Said T.O. was speeding to the mailbox. Yep, you cannot. That's why people love, this is why people love to build outside storage units near a subdivision. When you see a subdivision go up, what do you see? A self-storage go right around the goddamn corner. Because those self-storages know that these subdivisions are going to probably have HOAs. And if they do, they probably do research early to see, is this neighborhood going to have an HOA? And if so, they're going to buy some property adjacent or around the corner, up the street, so that when you can't park your boat, you can't park your ATV, you can't have more than one car, your motorcycle that's in the garage is blocking you from putting your other car in there, and the HOA is getting on your ass. So what are you going to do? You're going to take that motorcycle and you're going to put it in storage because you only drive that motherfucker in the summertime. Once every Saturday or Sunday, you go chopping. So what do? You forget that motorcycle in there. So every month, that's a monthly fee. That motorcycle just sitting in the store. And that's all because of the HOA, baby. Because you can't park this shit in your yard. No, sir. So I don't know how a person that understands that they have an HOA at their house and understand that this is what me and Sino was trying to tell him. Boy, you live in California. You live in a nice neighborhood. What the hell are you thinking? Oh, man, you could do this. You could do that. Y'all just don't know. Y'all some haters. We some haters? Okay, we some haters. It looked like we some haters was right. Now, here's a guy who reacted to it, and he is going to pretty much tell the story. He's a guy that was there. He pretty much gonna tell the story. I want y'all to hear. Here it go. No accountability though on Gil's part. It's not his fault. It's the grown man that got $1 million business that he gave 50% of it up. And if it was his business, then why can't he go downstairs in the basement right now and just go live? He got all this studio while it's off season. He's still 50% owner. That means he should be able to do what he wants. It seemed like he locked out of his own basement because there's no way I got a studio like that in my basement Just because underdog quit, this my turn. I got my own crew coming down there, and we gonna run. Me and my boys gonna keep running it. I can. All he has to do is pay for the crew to run the show. It's still his studio, right? He owns 50% of it. So I'm bringing my crew in, and we ain't never stopping working. We still got stuff to talk about. He's still talking now. So I'm going in the basement if it's his studio. Look here, I got goddamn $100 an hour for all the crew that stay behind. Or you want to make $100 an hour. We got 5-6 hours, $200 an hour, 5-6 hours. We gonna be shooting. Come on with it. I don't understand. To me, it got to be underdog basement. All this cap ass talking. See, everybody talk good. It sound good, but if that on 50%, why not? He said, "I'm after that." I would probably do that millions of this business. There we go. Am I back? Am I back? I should be back. Audio in and out. I should be back now though. Give me a one. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm outside attached to the hotel Wi-Fi. Maybe it just slipped on me just then. But yeah, man. But you gotta know that if you're a part of this HOA, you gotta know that this is what you're dealing with, and you gotta be transparent with everybody around. It's millions of dollars at stake. Your money, other people's money. You got to make sure this is smooth. So while he's online hiring these guys to bother other people, he should have been handling this stuff. So I don't believe that this is true because me living in Windermere, you wouldn't have been able to get away with something like this for this long with the HOA. And I'm comparing that neighborhood to a neighborhood as nice as Windermere, and it's about on the same level. And that HOA don't play that shit. You're not going to get away with 2 years of having anything go on in the community that they are a part of. Hell to the no, it's not happening. So um, I just challenge that the HOA shut it down. He should have a letter or something from the HOA. He should be able to post this to prove it. There should have been letters. There should have been fines. They don't just strike you like that. That ain't. And how for this long? You telling me a HOA don't complain for 2 years? That's not how a HOA work. He said that they knew about this in the beginning. A HOA ain't gonna keep begging you to stop doing something. You know why? Because you signed the contract. You said the sound is in the matrix. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all should be able to hear me now. All right, I'm back. I'm on my phone now because for whatever reason, I'm gonna leave on this side. Let me leave from the studio on this one. Hold on, y'all. All right, so probably because I'm outside, it's fucking up the Wi-Fi, and now it's clicked on the Wi-Fi. So I'll play the video from the computer whenever it does play, and then I'll just talk right here. But the reason why I said I don't believe this situation happened, I don't believe it's the HOA, because the HOA is not going to beg you for 2 years. And he said the HOA came to them in the beginning. In the video I'm going to play, they said the HOA came early on. They knew about this early on. HOAs don't beg, and they don't have to beg because you signed a contract with the HOA, not the other way around. So when you sign a contract with the HOA, they are coming to demand that you abide by the things and the terms that you sign. So the HOAs are more swift and just than that. He would have, if he continued to show after the HOA gave him the beginning issue, initial issue, then he would have fines. He would have all sorts of things that he would have that would have occurred before the show eventually canceled 2 years later. Yeah, they don't like he's trying to say that it's HOA, but that's unlike any HOA that I understand. Them mother truckers do not play. They're not begging. They're not asking twice, and they're not asking nice. They start hitting you with the steps and the procedures that they already have in place. And they don't change the procedures for the name of whoever you think you are. If you sign that HOA contract and you break it, they have things and necessary steps that they take action towards. Now, that was a good story. I mean, it sounded nice. But what I think actually happened is uh, they pulled funding for Gil's Arena, and it kind of was confirmed by Cino. This is what our opinion is, and because why would I put millions of dollars behind somebody that has a federal charge? You guys forget that this federal charge that's looming over this brother's head is not over. And then why would I put money behind a channel that they know the analytics and everything ain't all what they seem? I'm not saying that the show is capped, but I'm just saying that everything ain't all what it seems. See, everybody tout this. I'm number one. I was number one. I was number one. But they didn't get treated like number one. And I think there's a reason why, but I don't know. But all I do know is if you knew early on that the HOA was coming to bother you. You're making $10 million a year from a show with all this property around California, and you got a 2 year notice at $10 million a year, and you got the number one show. You don't start taking precautions and start taking measures to get you another space. How long in the 2 years do you need to rent a space or to buy a space to put your studio in? So again, it sounds like a good story, but from what I know of a HOA, it doesn't make sense from that aspect. Also, it doesn't make sense from the aspect of if I'm making $10 million a year, I'm gonna find a studio. I'll find another house that don't got a HOA if Underdog is okay with it. I'm gonna go find a house, purchase that motherfucker cash, and guard it and put the whole house as a studio if need be. Buy the house next to it, tear the some bitch down, build a parking lot. But if you're the number one show and you're making all the money that he was bragging to me that he was making, there's no way I'm letting this show get canceled or taken away. It ain't gonna be a pause in the show at all. LA is expensive, but if I'm making $10 million a year and I got the number one show, then that means my next contract is gonna be about 25, 30 million. So I'm gonna let $30 million go because some HOA said that I couldn't run a show in my basement. Fuck no. I'm gonna go find it. I got 2 years. He had this show going for 2 years, which he, by his own admission, his own words, said that we knew early on. So if you knew early on, you got 2 years to do that show in your home. That's with no overhead other than the expense at your house that you already was paying. So why not go ahead and start looking for a studio? I don't understand it. That's a lot of chicken that you leaving on the table and make giving the excuse that it's a HOA issue. $10 million a year, and I'm worried about the HOA, and I'm in line to get 30 million. Shannon Sharp lost his sports deal. You up next? I'm just saying that don't sound right to me. He got the infrastructure right. Yeah, he had no overhead from a standpoint of building the studio. Underdog built the studio. So now it's time for you to protect your bag by spending a little bit of that bread to go get your 30 million. Cam and Mace spent their bread, they got their money. Gil is the only one that didn't have to spend no bread for nothing. And then when it was time to spend some bread, he didn't spend it. I don't understand it. Do you not have it? You say you want to be like ESPN. Cam and Mace spent that bread. They got that paycheck. Why not? If that's what you're trying to do, spend that bread and get that check. You can only lie and scam for so long before it blow up in your face. I'm just saying, Cam and Mace, two rappers, set the blueprint, and then a basketball player came along and got the number one show, and he got $100 million already, and then he making $10 more million off this show, set to get 25, 30 million, but he didn't go buy a studio. He didn't go lease a studio. Interesting. Crazy work. Things that make you go, hmm. And if y'all think I'm lying, don't take my word for it. Let me put this out. Gilbert spoke on this. Interesting. Um, Smoking outside, they can see it, even though those are across the street, character. Show out to Marcellus Wiley. Gilbert Arenas finally speaks on the complaints that shut both shows down. Listen to this. The characters. Gilbert spoke on this. Interesting. Um, Smoking outside, they can see it, even though those are across the street and not close to it. But even though we're in California, but it's a complaint. And then you see big. It wasn't me, y'all. But they gonna say that junkie was out there smoking, y'all. They gonna say, they gonna blame me. Yeah, we definitely gonna blame you. But how is this not Gil's fault? You're in the HOA. You got a bunch of dudes outside smoking. I've seen his house. His house is massive. You mean to tell me you couldn't go in one of your rooms and set up a nice ventilation system? Like I know guys that smoke in their house. They got an immaculate ventilation system to get the smoke out. They smoke in their house in their basement. They got kids upstairs and nobody smell no smoke. Why don't you have one of those in your basement? Why don't you have these humidifiers? Why don't you have something where these guys you can have a designated smoking room and it sucks the ventilation out the right way instead of you having to have a bunch of people outside smoking weed? Then how in the world they even see? Do they get to see right in your backyard? Because how do they see these people smoking? Like this don't even make no sense. And if that's the case, motherfucker, you not smoking. How you gonna mess up my whole chicken because you want to smoke outside? I would have said, look here, nigga, y'all better be vaping outside. Ain't no smoking no marijuana in this neighborhood. They don't like it. I don't know why. It's California. Everybody smoke. I ain't never heard no shit like that. They let Snoop Dogg smoke with Martha Stewart, but somehow they not gonna let Gil people smoke at his house in California, where weed is legal. Man, this is crazy. These people bird watch hey niggas. Man, listen, that is crazy. In California, they so mad about weed that they told him they want him to get out because of the weed. Okay. They gonna keep going down the level of excuses, boy. That sounds like he reaching. They got mad at me for smoking weed, so we had to get out. Man, as soon as my neighbor would have came over there talking about, hey, the smoke is bothering us. Look here, guys, stay inside, go in my garage, and you can only vape. Ain't gonna be no more smoking weed. We got money on this, so that's still your fault. They gonna say that turkey was out there. Even though we're in California, but they can see it. Even though those are smoking outside, they can see it. Even though those who are across the street are not close to it. But even though we're in California, but it's a complaint. And then you see it wasn't me, y'all. But they gonna say that turkey was out there smoking, y'all. They gonna say, they gonna blame me. Sure is. It was the drivers, y'all. It was the drivers, the new ones. I'll break it down. They letting these junkies die. So the drivers got them fired. They let drivers sit outside and smoke to the point where the neighbors are upset, and now they can't run Gil's Arena in the basement. Wow. I still say it's Gil's fault because those drivers would have been fired. Those drivers would have been fired faster than you could say "hachu." Now, I'm going to play it for y'all some more. Y'all listen. Take a listen to this now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Here we go, y'all. So much black, coming in and out of houses. Now we're talking about his neighbors who have been complaining, and I guess complaining to the level that they removed or shut down the whole community element of Gil's Arena. So, like Kenyon, no, don't come over here. Like Brandon, no, don't come over here. Rashad, no. Real spit, listen to this. Kind of scares you a little bit, you know what I mean? Even though they've never done anything, there's never been a problem or anything with a neighbor because they just come in and come out. But it started early because too many cars was blocking up stuff. So it started early, and when you say early, we talking early, not early this year, not early last year, early. Wow, dog, they just telling on themselves. It didn't start early this year, not even early last year, early. So they talking like 3 years ago. So you mean to tell me you got 3 years to prepare to get your own space and you still don't get one? You making all this money, $10 million a year, and you're set to get $30 million and you don't figure out a space in 3 years? Come on, man. I smell a dirty, stinking rat. I'm gonna figure out. You give me $10 million a year and I'm about to get another 30. I believe I can find a space in LA. Hell, I can look up some real estate in LA right now, right goddamn on now. That'll fit my budget. You got life messed up. I'm going to get a lease or something. I'm going to sign a 4-year lease, 3-year lease. I smell a dirty, stinking rat. Dog, did y'all just hear what I heard? He said this didn't happen. This happened early. So they knew. Let me go back again. me go back.
Kind of scares you a little bit. You know what I mean? Even though they've never done anything. There's never been a problem or anything with a neighbor because they just come in and come out. But it started early, because too many cars was blocking up stuff. So it started early, and when he say early, we talking early, not early this year, not early last year, early. We had to deal with. We can bring the, we'll shuttle everybody in. They park outside. Hear that? Y'all hear that? So that's what y'all see.
So okay, so he's been making adjustments. This started early, so he started, and this guy is admitting it. The guy is telling it. See, we started shuttling guys in, so he's been dealing with this for so long. He started shuttling people in. He still don't want to take the blame for it. Anton Daniels come up here and stroke his ego and say, "Gil, you the genius. You the smart one." He sat there and took all of that. Yep. Yep. I'm the genius. Sure is. I'm smart. I'm going to find that for my next line. I'm the genius. Yep. Uh-huh. The other niggas is stupid. They Neanderthal. This is what Anton's saying, right? He took that credit, but now that the show over, now that you hear this man say, I knew this early on, but he wants to take no credit for him not going to get a new space. He wants to take credit for letting somebody use his van to shuttle people in. That was his only adjustment. Use my van to shuttle people in so they won't complain about the cars. This boy don't want to spend a dime of that money. I wonder why. Cameron and May spent some money. Both of them are so worried about what KB got going to say. Yeah, I know they watching me right now. But I'm not going to come out and disrespect nobody because, like I said, it's so many jobs on the line for other people. And it's sad because he should have handled this way better than this because now other people could be affected by this. The guy Josiah, he make a lot of money. He make more money than all the other NBA players. All the other panel guests make less money than Josiah. How in the world he make more money than Kenyon Martin? How in the world does he make more than Rashad McCann, Brandon Jennings? He's just sitting on the couch with a computer. He make more than the #1 draft pick, allegedly. This is all alleged. Allegedly, he make more money than the #1 draft pick in Kenyon Martin. I don't get it. But if I'm making $10 million a year, like Gilbert Arenas alleged through text message, and he alleged in text message that he was going to get a $25 million deal, like Shannon Sharp. He alleged that he has Shannon Sharp's agent. So if you got Shannon Sharp's agent and you're about to make $25 million, anybody in the chat tell me what would stop you from going to get a studio space? What would stop you from saying, you know what? Even if I got to spend $2 million right now, $3 million right now, I can write this off. This is no issue. I find me something for 1 or 2 million, pay a down payment. I'm good. I got this warehouse. I'm straight. I write it off. I get my 25 million. This is just a working expense. This is nothing. Why wouldn't he want to go do that? I'm confused as hell. Because based on the text message and the things that Gil sent me and Sino, I mean, he's rolling. The show is rolling. He's rolling in dough. The show rolling in dough. He got 25 million coming. That's a drop in the bucket to go spend $2 million when you got $25 million coming and you made $10 million for the last couple of years. That's a drop in the bucket. That's a down payment and a mortgage payment that you can write off at the end of the year. It's nothing. It's a part of his business. So something just don't make sense to me.
I was going to work and they was talking shit about me getting picked up. These people, man, you shut them in, shut them out. So there's not people walking up and down the street. And I think, y'all, what's the whole point of living in a community like that? So people just not in there. That's the whole point of HOAs. Like,
Oh my God. Now they understand it. That's exactly what we said. The reason why you don't go and do what he did in those communities is because people pay that kind of money for privacy. I know you may think, hey, motherfucker, this is my house. You can't goddamn on tell me what to do at my house. But it's some neighbors, they don't want to run into terrible neighbors. They don't want to run into somebody like me. Like, I let my house just do what it do right now. Fuck that shit. They stole my money. I'm just holding the asset and going out spending my money on actual. Uh, I'm just holding that property and I'm spending my money on actual assets, things that make me money, not liabilities. A house that you own is a liability. You have to pay into it. AC, anything broke, you have to pay into it, or you have to use your insurance. Then the premium gonna go up. You still got to pay into that motherfucker. Everything you do, you got to do. So that they don't want to run into a neighbor like me, if you will. So it's some people there saying, you know what? I can't have nobody with their yard fucked up or they house not pressure washed or they this. So the HOAs protect people that feel like that. So it might be a living hell for other people that want to bring business or whatever else, but they just want peace. They want to be able to walk their neighborhood with their grandkids and not be ran over by a work truck or having people speed up and down the neighborhood. So you got to respect both sides. And that's why I don't live in the HOA because you can't make everybody happy. When you have a neighborhood of a mix of young and old, you're going to have old folks who want to just chill and walk, drink their morning coffee, and they want that shit quiet as hell. They want to hear the crickets, the birds, and the bees. You're going to have some young cats that want to come through neighborhood with the cars bumping and showing the girls and having pool parties. It's a mixture. If you want to have a young, vibrant lifestyle, in a affluent neighborhood, you better check the vibes before you spend that kind of money. Cause you could be living you could buy a living nightmare with these damn HOAs. You can argue all you want to. And in theory, you can say, I spent this kind of money, a motherfucker better not tell me what to do. Somebody gonna tell you what to do. I'm telling you that now. Don't say that. So don't say you didn't hear it. If you listen to me, just know if you buy a house in the HOA, you can say that all you want to about nobody ain't gonna tell you what to do. They gonna tell you what to do. And you gonna listen. And you gonna pay them too. Hey, look, with the HOA, you gonna pay them and you gonna listen. I couldn't understand why I had an HOA. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm paying these some bitches and they telling me what to do. I ain't never had a son bitch I paid tell me what to do. That was the first time in my life that I paid somebody some money every month and they told me what the fuck to do. I was so hurt when I bought that new lawnmower too. Never got to run it across the grass. They told me you run that goddamn lawnmower across that grass, boy, you open yourself up all kind of fines. And I'm like, how the hell you gonna calculate what blades of grass cost? Do y'all stay? Any one of y'all stayed in a neighborhood like that where you can't even cut your own grass? Have anybody in the chat stayed in a neighborhood where you can't even cut your own grass? I own my house and they still tell me to put my trash can out of view or else. I'm trying to tell you. No, I had a nice lawnmower. I ain't had to say, come on, baby. And they told me, you better not crank that shit, baby. I wanted to just ride around the neighborhood one time. I called myself bucking. I did. Oh, Miss Yo thought talking about never again. Me either. Never again. That shit ain't happen to me no more. I learned my lesson. That was the worst experience in my life. I was losing my goddamn mind. Like somebody telling me what to do. I come through the gate, they telling me turn your music down and make sure you keep it under 5 miles an hour. I'm like, what the fuck? Bitch, I know not to speed. Don't give me all these rules. I'm like, I was just mad just because how they were talking to me. They were telling me what to do. Turn your music all the way down, uh, and make sure we don't hear any bass. Make sure goddamn I had loud pipes on my car. try not to hit the gas and just coast. I had to coast all the way to the goddamn house because of the pipes. They didn't want to hear that shit, especially if I came in late. If I came in at nighttime, they hated that truck. I had to always take the car in the rain or whatever at night, cause I'm like, boy, I already know what they gonna say. My truck had them Flowmaster too, them big loud ass pipes. Ah, them mother. As soon as I hit the gas, I said, man, they used to come out, why you speeding? I'm like, I'm not speeding. That's just my pipes. I got a hell of a stall package in this motherfucker. This motherfucker can go. Thank you for understanding the power of what I did to this transmission. I got to get the engine revved up. So yeah, I couldn't drive my truck at night. I had to take the car. They be like, Kwame, why you driving this car in the rain? I can't take the car out at night. If I come back at night, their ass gonna be at my door in the morning. I was just waiting to get the hell out of that house. A beautiful neighborhood though. Maybe when I turn 80, I'll want to live there. You know, I have a smart car, younger wife. Can't say young ass. Only Cher can do that. But I can have me a young wife, come through there with a smart car, get driven around on a golf cart. I don't want to cut no goddamn grass at 80. So all those rules would suit me to the ground. See how different stroke for different folks? When I'm old as hell, I ain't gonna want to cut no grass. And I ain't gonna want to have no loud ass car. So that neighborhood would work for me. They got security. I ain't got to worry about scriffing, you know. So it'd be the perfect spot. I got Windermere as a destination when I get 80, but not right now. HOAs is terrible. But let's hear this guy tell the truth and admit that it's Gil's fault.
Maybe Kwame don't. Maybe Kwame don't.
Now he talking about maybe Kwame don't. Kwame was the one telling this dude don't do this.
He living life. Maybe he don't. Making everyone fake nervous. So that's how it started. Now, when the football show was added, because I think that that's just it was lax days ago because all those guys was being transported here. They don't live in California for the most part. So you have man, everybody can go through this, right? You ever try to just throw a house party, have your friends over? First of all, I'm not the type, especially with the mortgage and the taxes and everybody that's paying. Like, I'm not the type to walk and go knock door to door. I have some neighbors that do that, and I actually respect it when they do it. They're like, "Oh, just want to let you know this weekend we're having a get together. There may be a lot of people walking up and down. There may be some cars parked, but we're going to respect your property. But we just wanted to put you on notice." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I thought that was very mature." But don't expect me to do it. When I'm having a party, I'm having a party, and then I expect everyone who's coming to my party to respect my neighbors because you respect my house.
Yeah, I'm like that. Like I'm not walking to all my goddamn neighbors to, like beg for no party. It's just, hey man, when you come in the neighborhood, keep that shit down. Don't be smoking nothing. Put all that shit out. Don't be revving your engine up. You know how these motherfuckers do. You know that's the kind of talk we gotta have. But see, I don't got them problems no more because I like we got a neighborhood like that on Sea Island, right? You can't even get over there on Sea Island. You gotta buzz through the gate. Everybody gotta be ID and all that shit. So you can't even get on Sea Island without having an ID. Your tag gonna get filmed. Like everything about you, you ain't getting off that island. You do a crime. They gonna lock that island down, find your ass. You going straight to do life. That's how they keep people safe. If y'all ain't never heard of Sea Island, go look it up. It's off of St. Simon's Island in Brunswick. Look up Sea Island. It's one of the safest neighborhoods. They don't got no crime really because they got their own rules over there, buddy. So that's like doing something over there. You can't. There's no way you're gonna be able to get away with doing something over there. So there's no way in the world I would want to try to have people buzz through my gate and run a business in a neighborhood like that because I know it's a matter of time. Once these people figure this shit out, it's over with.
I don't know who's right, but I ain't walking the whole block telling everybody chill. No. Akeem, right? He's from Dallas. You got, Kenzie coming in. You have, all these guys that are flying in. So they need car services. So now you have these black trucks coming in, and then on their way out there. Y'all hear this? And when the black truck come in, them drivers get out them trucks, and they was standing there smoking. Blacking up.
All the more reason why me and Sino was saying nobody's gonna want to come to your house. Now he's telling, listen, Gil made this sound like a great idea early on when he was pitching this to guys on YouTube. We're gonna do a before and after later. We're gonna do a before when he was cursing out myself, telling Cino we stupid, we just don't understand, and all this other big boy talk that he was doing. Now that sensible people talk to him, and now he got to listen because when we tried to tell him, y'all formed it as hate. We tried to say, bro, that's stupid. What is wrong with you? You can't do that in a neighborhood like that for all of these reasons. There are definitely benefits for a homeowners association. Again, it protects from neighbors like myself. Bring down your property value. You know, HOAs keep that property value up whether you like it or not. Your grass gonna be cut. Your shit gonna be clean. If they're a good HOA, if they're annoying HOA, they on your ass. Your grass, your garbage cans ain't gonna be up front. None of that. Everything gonna be nice and well kept. That way people can sell and resell, buy and resell. But we tried to tell this man to go get a commercial space because the first thing that Cino told him, he said, bro, you gonna be trying to get guests to come there. There's no way you're gonna be able to have people coming in and out of your house. That was like, I remember it like it was yesterday. That's one of the first lines Cino said to him. Dude, you're trying to run a show. You're not gonna be able to get guests on. Nobody's gonna want to come to your house. He didn't listen.
Basically, nobody went out there to correct it. So the community guys, like, you know what, just they need to move and get them out of here. So, and I guess there was a meeting that they were supposed to attend and they didn't attend the meeting. Hear that? They're like, well, you hear that? There was a meeting that they were supposed to attend and they didn't attend the meeting. Hear that? They're like, well, you hear that?
There was a meeting that they were supposed to attend. This guy passed the blame to everybody and takes no accountability. Who is they? It's your home. You're the one that has to attend the meeting. Do they own this? No, wait a minute. Did he give Underdog Fantasy 50% of the basement or 50% of the whole damn house? Because the last time I checked, I went to my own HOA meetings. I'm not letting nobody else go to my meetings. That's how you know what the hell going on in the neighborhood. I got to get them my money every month. They said they cleaned out the edge of the lake. I said I had to go down there and tell them, how come my motherfucking fishing line keep getting stuck on goddamn little weeds and shit at the edge of the lake now? I'm paying my money. Y'all need to get y'all ass in here and clean out the front of this lake. And I mean now. And the only way you get to do that is if you go to the meeting. Now, did he sell 50% of his house to Underdog? Because who is the they that he talking about? This boy don't want to go do nothing. This boy, don't. Well, I told you, let a dummy talk long enough. Hey, that motherfucker say they ain't go to the meeting. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on.
And I guess there was a meeting. You guys, like, you know what, just they need to move. Parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. So the community guys, like, you know what, just they need to move and get them out of here. So, and I guess there was a meeting that they were supposed to attend and they didn't attend the meeting. Hear that? They're like, well, you hear that?
Yeah.
If it's not serious enough for them to attend, then, let's get out. You gotta go to that meeting. I know, gotta go.
He said if it's not serious enough for them to attend, to get them out. That's essentially you, dummy. They got you out. Boy, this boy here crazy as hell. Oh shit. You making $10 million a year and you set to get another 25 million and you waiting on a they to go to a goddamn meeting instead of a you. Oh man, I would have been the first one at that meeting, front row, in a suit and a tie. I would have had clips from Gil's Arena. I would have had goddamn wristbands. I would have had Gil's Arena hats and shirts, giving out free shit. I would have brought goddamn whatever the food they like. Hell yeah, I would have had weed, goddamn edibles there. You don't want to hand out kush. You hand out edibles. Hey, you want some CBD? I would have had all kind of shit handing it out, making sure they know that I ain't no issue. You know, he already talk all nice and preppy and shit. He could have went and put on. That was the time, Gil. You know what they like out there in California. That outfit that you wore, that cop outfit, that Chippendale looking outfit, that was for a guy like you. This is what my advice for a guy like you. See, a guy like me, I would have just put on a suit and tie. I would have went on in that motherfucker. I would have networked. I would have hand out stuff from my show. I would have hell. I would have brought Dracula face ass Skip in there as white vouch. I would have brought that puppy jaw, and I would have had him go in there and talk to people and shake hands because shit, he affected by this too. I would have brought all the white old men I could find and goddamn, I'd have walked in there and we'd have been handing out stuff from the show, letting them know that whatever your grievances are going to be handled. And we are a team. I love this community. And yeah, that's how I would have handled it. But see, you've been in California. You know how it works. You look like you done been on the casting couch. So that same little Chippendale outfit, you know, the one that you wear when you say they make the bets, y'all make them bets to be like fruity. So yeah, you should have wore that Chippendale style outfit, going in there and say, hey, start handing out stuff and hors d'oeuvres and trinkets. And yeah, they would have goddamn let you extend it, boy. Paul. They would have let you, yeah. They would have stayed, they would have kept you in the house. Them white men would have understood what you was trying to say, and they would have let you stay. But no, you ain't even go. You thought you were too good. You know how California work, boy. Diddy in jail. Diddy in jail, boy. They looking to party. Them motherfuckers got that pimped up aggression out there since Diddy been locked up. So yeah, Gil, they told you to get over here and get the partying or get the stepping. And you act like you were too good. So they showed you, boy. Mm-hmm. You trying to save yourself for when them Israelis get out and shit. I'm just saying. He talking about leather chaps. Y'all done seen him in them outfits before. All he had to do was go back over there in one of them outfits. He'd have been straight. But who was he talking about? Have any one of y'all sent somebody to the HOA meetings for y'all? Because who was he referring to as they? Was he expecting Underdog Fantasy to go to his HOA meeting for him? Is that what he's saying? Because this junkie asked me, talking about, did y'all hear it? Did y'all hear it? And I heard it. And what it sounded like is a grown ass man, damn near 50 years old, is wanting other people to go deal with his HOA meeting. That's what it sounded like. And it sounds even worse because you got $25 million. You got 25 million reasons to handle this one alone. And you still didn't go do it? They ain't got to scold no whole group. The only person they want to talk to is the homeowner. They don't give a fuck about the group. They don't know the group. They know him. That man said he make $10 million a year allegedly, and he was going to make 25 when this deal is expired. So when it re up, he can sign for 25 million. So he signed this HOA contract. So who is the they that he's expecting to go to the meeting? Now Gil going to try to clown you on IG like that clown always do. I mean, he could try to clown me. That's his defense mechanism. I'm just asking smart questions. That always get me in trouble. Now he can come out making jokes and cursing and all this. This is unfortunate because I tried to help him, and he yelled at me and told me I own 100% of nothing. But this is the perfect time for me to show my 100% of nothing. So next week I'm gonna show my 100% of nothing, while the Gills Arena seem to be on halt. And that this is not a good thing. This is not a good look. It ain't like I want this to happen. I fuck with Swaggy P. I fuck with Kenyon. I fuck with the rest of the guys. I just don't fuck with him. But I don't want him not to have a job. I laugh about him getting locked up because he no chill Gil, and he would have did the same to me. So I don't give a damn that some people said I wouldn't have did that. Nigga, ain't nobody asked you. I match energy. You play with me, I play with you. You say you don't give a. I don't give a damn. So let's get it. But at the end of the day, when you trying to talk to people and you giving out the wrong messaging, me and Sino is talking about ownership. Stand down till you come up. Take the stairs up. It's a young brother online. I forget his name. This is not my saying. It's a young brother online. He said, "Take the stairs up." And I believe in that grassroots root like grind workout where you take your time and you make it authentic. You don't rush it. You enjoy the process so you can understand and enjoy the beauty of it when you get and when you achieve your goal. You have no choice. It's like a coat. And Chucky gonna be barbecuing Vienna sausage. Man, y'all crazy. But it's sad because we were trying to tell him like, look, bro, quit telling us about all this money you making. And that's the messaging that he gives people. He kept saying, we getting paid though. We getting paid. And I kept saying to him, checks come to an end though. Me being the landlord, me being the boss, it don't come to an end. That shit keep going. Now it might not come as fast as money as everybody else would like it all the time, but boy, that motherfucker consistent, you know. And that's what you got to have. You want to make some big paychecks, that's cool, but you got to have consistency, and you got to have ownership. And if he would have took this opportunity that he got with the overhead that he saved, it would have been nothing to take this money and go buy a studio space or rent at least a space. I just don't get it. But when all you keep talking about is money and then things like this happen, we have to examine it. This is not to pick on them. This is because I wouldn't want nobody picking on me if something's happening to me. So I'm not going to pick on them. But we are going to discuss it because we tried to discuss this with him before he made this decision. And, he made me the butt of his jokes, said how stupid I was, all this other stuff. But I'm not going to do that to him. I'm just gonna let people see that ownership is the key. Cause you can talk and you can fake the boat, you can fake that boo game all you want to, but nothing beats ownership. And if he was a true boss and he was a true owner, then this wouldn't happen. You know, you don't set yourself up for this to happen. But as you can see with the way that he speaks, he's never gonna know what's happening because he's never even gonna show up for the meetings. I'm not gonna ever buy a house in a homeowner association ever again because I know better now. So when you know, you know. But if let's just say I get married and I have to go back on that. Let's just say my wife say, "Look, baby, I love this neighborhood. I seen this house. We gotta have this motherfucker." And you understand, happy wife, happy life. I don't believe in that shit like that, but I know that I'm gonna have something that I want to come to my wife with, and I don't want to hear no shit either. So that's why I'm gonna do for her, just the same way I'm gonna want her to do for me. So we gonna get the damn house, right? So I'm gonna already know going in, I can't take this car over there to that neighborhood. I can't invite this homeboy to that neighborhood. He ain't gonna never see that house. This car gonna stay at the house in the country. This car can't come down. This bitch too loud. The neighbors gonna go crazy. So this ain't gonna come over here. Okay, when I'm over here, I'm gonna vape or I'm gonna make me a room in the basement where I can come on, KB, let's not talk all crazy, fam. Salute, Big G. Hey, but if I get if I get a house like that, I wouldn't be wanting to smoke outside like that because of the neighbors. So if I have to smoke inside and it's in a nice neighborhood, we gonna have people coming over. I would make me a smoking room. I would make it to where it's nice and vented. I would have the humidifiers and things in there to make sure it take the smell out of the room. And that would be the only room I smoke in the house. That's it. But to be a boss like he say he is, and this is the result, I don't know. That's why with Anton Daniel, well, we found out he's a dummy, but Um, we he was up here saying how smart he was, and I was like, stop playing, like quit playing. I said he know how to make some money because he can leverage your celebrity. You don't got to be smart to do that. So a lot of people know how to leverage their visibility and their celebrity to make money. That's a skill. It's people that's dumb as a box of rocks, and they know how they have a skill. So you can call it smart, but you can be a skilled dummy, in my opinion. Snoop Dogg does have a room like that. Yeah, I would have a room like I went to Rasheed house. Rasheed has a room like that. Man, I went to Rasheed house in Detroit. Motherfucker got books everywhere. I'm like, how the hell your dumb ass got books? I like to joke. Me and him roast all the time. Like, this motherfucker got books everywhere, but you'll never think that. I'm like, this motherfucker actually. I knew she was smart before he started writing books. Cause when you go to his house, you go to his office, he got like 40,000 books. I'm like, what the hell? Most niggas got pictures of jerseys and their shoes and all kind of stuff on the wall. This nigga got books everywhere. I said, oh, that's why he crazy like that. This dude's smart. Yeah, this motherfucker, he don't really understand us. He's smart. He ready to kick our ass because he's smarter than us. But he was smart enough because he has children and he know it's freezing in Detroit and there ain't no such thing as smoking outside and you a millionaire. So you can bend the rules. Some of y'all wives tell y'all ain't no smoking in the house. But when you a millionaire, they can build things in your house where nobody else outside of that room will even know that you lit a cigar. You can have seven guys in there smoking cigars and he can flip a switch and that smoke is out of that room in a matter of seconds and it's quiet too. And then he goes and hit this little thing that it puts aromas in the air to where you don't even know that you were smoking down there. That's what money do. It make a wife say, okay, well, I didn't want his ass to smoke in the house, but he figured it the fuck out, girl. I can't even smell it. I don't want his ass smoking. I hate that he smoked. I don't like it, but he figured it out. So that's how I expect money to move. So for him to have to deal with his friends smoking outside, I would have told the drivers to come in. Hey, driver, I got this room right here off the basement. Don't y'all ever spark up nothing outside. And whatever assistant that I have, you're there to go get these drivers, ask them, do they smoke? And if they do smoke, offer them some water, show them where the bathroom is, get that car off the street and into the driveway, and hey, you smoking here. That's how you're supposed to move as a boss that's getting $10 million a year. You getting $10 million a year, you got to make that money move. You about to get $25 million. Man, all of my effort and energy would be protecting anything that's happening that's fuck up that 25 million. Shit, I'm paying for everything till that 25 million hit my account. I'm paying my girl to be my girl. Hell, baby, don't even argue with me. Okay, here you go. Here you go, $1,000 for not arguing. Here you go, baby. She gonna be like, "What the hell? You gave me 1,000? Shut up! Don't argue with me. Here you go. Here you go another 1,000 for me telling you to shut up." Cause I'm keeping it cool with everybody until that $25 million contract signed. Shit. I'm keeping it cool, player. Everything. Yeah, no, no, no. Here you go, player. Here go $1,000. I ain't mean to look at you too long. It sounds like the HOA got tired of all the reckless behavior. It seemed like it. Watch this.
Parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. So the community.
Parking, blocking up space. He tried to talk all fast. Listen to him telling everything that he's allowing as a boss. Parking, blocking up traffic, not letting people by. And so I guess they got tired of it. What you mean you guess they got tired of it, Gil? You can't even say we made a mistake of parking and blocking up traffic. And I made the mistake of not telling people what to do, where to park at, and where to go. I would have had that junkie that you flew out there to California go pick up Kenyon in that van. I don't give a damn if he had to get off live and stop chasing Kwame around. But this same junkie that's doing this live, I would have had his ass go swoop by and pick up Nick, pick up Kenyon, pick up all the staff. So there's one car in the yard. His ass would have been driving so much he ain't had no time to be doing no Kwame Brown video. His ass would be going to the airport. He'll be going everywhere I need him to go. That would have been his new gig. Your ass is the driver. It would have been one guy in and out. Not no, they got to get picked up from the airport, so I need multiple guys and multiple cars. No. That one junkie would have been earning his keep. His ass would have been so much in that car, he'd have been begging for a whoopee cushion. It ain't like you had that many guests anyway. But when you did have guests, his ass would have been at every one of them airport picking everybody up with a sign. I'd have gave his ass a cap and a sign. The driver. Yeah, he would have been Gil's arena driver. When the live stream coming of new money. Hey, hey, it's coming, man. When the live stream coming of new money, cheese and brushing his teeth, midnight with Mika at the telly. Man, I was gonna do that first thing in the morning, but this one right here was gifted to me. I'm gonna do a pre-record of that because he liked the flag. I got to do a pre-record of that because I got to make sure YouTube go ahead and check my bottom jaw. Sorry about that. I had a call. Yeah, somebody say chauffeur George. Man, I'd have had his boy. I'd have had his ass. Boy, he'd have been dry. He wouldn't have had no time to cook no motherfucking ribs and dance around. See, this is Gil being a poor leader and then not taking accountability for it. This is what happened when we played basketball together. You tell that dumb son bitch, you got to play defense. Why? Why I got to play defense? I just got to score. Because if you don't play defense, you're gonna put our whole back line at jeopardy, and we're not gonna win any basketball game. Why? Do your job. Well, you making it hard to do my job, letting everybody blow by your soft ass. So come on, man. And well, you can't talk to me like that. You don't score no points. Well, I play defense, and your ass helping me lose at this, buddy. So come on now. Shit. But he had Ernie Grunfeld to tell him he didn't have to play defense. But anyway, this is him showing poor leadership skills. You are the one that has to protect the bag. You are the one that set up the whole play. You are the one that signed the agreement with the HOA. You are the one that should have went to the meeting, but you said they. You are the one that's the problem. And see, once you start taking accountability for being the problem, then it's no problem. See, once I started taking accountability that sometimes I was the problem, then it made everything all good. It's no problem. Yeah, I would have had that junkie go, man. He wouldn't have been not 10 hours a day in a car, 11 hours a day in a car. If you going live, you talk about Kwame as long as your ass in a car. But see, the boy got to use the bathroom too much for him to be a driver. The boy can't control his bowels. My brother discovered it. The boy can't control his bowels. So he's a no good driver. The car gonna be stank, smelling like weed, and he unprofessional. See, this is what happened when you don't have professional people around you. You know, nobody wants to be picked up from a driver that smell like he in a rap video when he pulling up to pick you up. I wouldn't feel comfortable getting in a Lyft or Uber that smell like weed, even though I smoke weed. I just expect my Ubers and my Lyfts to not be as high as me. That is the purpose of me getting into a Lyft or an Uber at sometimes is because I'm inebriated or I'm a little too fucking high to drive. And so the responsible thing to do is to call somebody that's of sound mind and body to get you to your destination safely. You understand the concept? So if I have um an experience where I call a Lyft or Gil send me a Uber driver or a Lyft and that motherfucker smell like I want to ask him, can I get a sack? Can I get a 3.5? Then I don't think I want him to drive me. Stop the car, give me a 3.5 to go, but I want an Uber driver that ain't smoking. At least one that's smoking off work. See, I make everything a little funny, but there's a lot of truth in the joke. Cause just think about it, everybody ain't in our culture. He dealing with Skip Bayless and his people. But what if he have that Skip Bayless type that he going to pick up, and they just want all professionalism, and you sitting that runaway junkie in the car, got there, you open up the door, car smell like a pound of marijuana from the finest California dispensary. Hallelujah. But everybody not with that though. And are you professional enough to be with to make sure everybody around understands that everybody not with that? You know what I mean? Now, in our culture, we like to think all that shit cool. Like, yeah, nigga, that's cool. Have a driver that can pass you the blunt. That's cool for us. But what about the Skip Bayless type, the Dracula face tight wad? Log off, KB. The Skip would be terrified of that junkie. Exactly. Skip will be like, hey, Gil, I know you sent me a driver, but I think this guy is from the hood. Do you have another driver? I don't know if you meant to hit this button. I thought you said you were going to send a guy in your car. This guy looks like he's from the hood. And the car smells like fucking marijuana, Gil. He's smoking weed, Gil. I can't get in a car smelling like marijuana. Send someone else. See, that's how that works. You got to have people around you that's professional. Or it make people distance themselves from your business.
Come in, them drivers get out them trucks and they was standing there smoking.
Why do y'all keep passing the buck to somebody else? They act like the driver's supposed to give a damn about their business more than them. Well, the driver was standing out there smoking, then you should have been kicking the driver ass then. Y'all the one making all the money. Why you letting the driver do all that? Look at these dudes don't want to take no accountability. Well, it's not our fault. The driver was out there smoking. Shit, the driver will take a piss out there. You leave him out there long enough. That's why you have somebody to accommodate the drivers. You have somebody to ask the drivers, do you need anything? This is what happens when you hire your cousin as your assistant. This is what happens. Underdog gave this man a budget for an assistant. Guess who he hired as his assistant? His little cousin. She's cute. She's nice little cuddly wuddly cousin. But guess what? Your cousin, you may not can't tell your cousin they slipping on their job like you could do somebody else. You can't tell your cousin, hey, your cousin should have been on this junkie ass. Your cousin should have been the one telling him, hey, ain't no more drivers. Your ass gonna be the driver. Here go the schedule for everybody that need to be picked up for the next 2 weeks. Learn it, own it, and don't be fucking late or you fired. But you hired your cousin. When you got millions of dollars on the line, Underdog gives you a budget for an assistant that they pay. They were paying your cousin to be your assistant. So how in the hell are you having this many problems? They tried to kill Trump again. Stop playing. Damn. I had to go check that out. But good thing you said tried. So that means they failed. Good. But Gil, this is where you don't like to take accountability. Accountability is like your Achilles heel. See, this is what happened when you always want to play and fucking joke all the time. And then when somebody want to hold you accountable, you want to go back to a joke and go back to a game. Underdog did everything in their power to empower you. They gave you a budget. They paid for you an assistant. They even pay your wife. So what are all these people getting paid to do? Just sit there and do nothing? Your wife could help out and help orchestrate people being picked up, vetting people to make sure that these people are helping to benefit the brand. Your cousin, your assistant should have never been hired. You should have got somebody with some experience so that they have background in situations like this and they can read the room when things are happening. They know how to fix it without it getting back to you. Because obviously, by the time it got back to you, it was too late. Or you wasn't ready to pull the trigger and deal with what was going on when it did get back to you. Because this don't make no sense. Where's your wife that's getting paid by Underdog? And what is it that she does? Because if my wife is getting paid, then her ass is going to be helping make sure I get paid. Because that's why you getting paid. Especially from the beginning. Like you say, Miss Yo Thought. So we can do all these excuses and run these narratives. And I'm hearing you fail at every trip when it comes to dealing with issues. You didn't even put the right people in place so you could sit back and do what you do, which is be the talent. You're supposed to hire people that insulate you from problems like this so you could just be funny and be the talent and say LeBron the GOAT, but you love Kobe. Mika ain't been seen. She there traveling solo. Another shooting at Mar-a-Lago. Got to be more careful. He need to move from Mar-a-Lago. Stay your ass in the White House, Trump. They gonna have to build a big ass wall around Mar-a-Lago now. All that, the trees and the shit, they gonna have to chop that shit down. They gonna have to build a wall and make it an electric wall. Damn. He had to ignore the initial letter. KB, you always giving gems. Gil, hit the link. I'll drop the link if he in the chat. Because we tried to tell him about this, and like I said, I'm not doing this to diss him. I'm not gonna diss him at all. But you gotta stop being so big headed and hot headed and I'm the man bullshit. Because I would have never hired my cousin for that reason. Like I got one cousin. I'm lying. I got one cousin that I would probably hire because she's just professional as shit. But I don't know if I would hire her for that type of job because she may not know the inner workings of a HOA. I would hire somebody that had some experience in solving problems and dealing with multiple issues. Some sort of if they had to work for some sort of company already with some cliche, or I can't hire you. Yeah, I can't hire you. And then I don't understand why he can't go in the basement right now and just have his guys over there and film. He got Kenyon Martin and all them on the motherfucking at their house, and they doing Zoom arena now. Gil's arena done turned into damn Zoom arena. And I'm not saying that to this, but this is what happened when you're not a owner for real. Your shit turned into everybody got to stay at their own respective house. Is it still Gil house? Like that's what I'm saying. He said they didn't go to the meeting. So is it underdog own 50% of his house? Because I just don't understand why can't Gil the basement has 5 studios that Gil owns all of them. And he owns 50% of the arena. So if it's still 50% mine, I'm going down there and I'm bringing my crew. And this is outside of the arena. We doing something else. This is my studio. He said they were leaving it for him, but he can only use it when they give him permission. The fuck? I bet they got that shit boarded up, locked up. Say Skips Arena, right on the outside of the door. I bet Gil's Arena got a buzz lock from Underdog. They let people in remotely from wherever they at. If I'm lying, Gil, then go in your basement right now. Let Kenyon, Swaggy P, everybody come over, and you just pay an editor. You already got an editor that live in your pool house allegedly, so he should be able to start up the show and get 2 or 3 other people to work with him, and y'all should be able to do a YouTube for your basement right now. That's all I'm saying. You should be able to go live from your base. You got all the equipment in the world. All you need is people to get behind the camera. He got college. Gil went to Arizona, but it's UCLA right there. It's all kind of colleges right there in LA. USC. There's so many young minds that can get behind that camera. What's up, Cino? There's some young minds that can get behind that camera for a little or nothing and be able to chop this up. Now, Cino, I just broke this down. Now, I remember one of the first things you told this boy is that, hey, Gil, that's not going to work. Ain't nobody going to want to come to your house. And we told him, you can't do stuff like that in that type of area. Your house is stupid to do that in. Now I'm gonna drop the link again. I want to know why can't he go in the basement and just hire some editors and hire some film crew to get behind the cameras and just go ahead and put it up. And see, no, in the video he said he knew this early on in the beginning. So why he had 3 years to get him a new office space? Why didn't he just put the money up for a new space when he said he been making $10 million a year and he on the road to get 25? If I know I got $25 million coming, I'm gonna spend $2 million and write that bitch off for my new office space. I'm just saying, something ain't right. But he passing the buck to underdog. They passing the buck to the driver. You guys control the driver. You guys control everything. The assistant that he hired should not have been his cousin because the assistant would have known that, hey, you can't have this presence in the neighborhood. We already know that neighbors have been complaining since the beginning. So, as an assistant, I'm there during the hours that the show is going. So I come down, I come out as the assistant. Hey, pull that car off of the street and into the yard because I'm going to designate a space for the assistant or for the driver Whoever's bringing somebody at the house, I'm going to designate a parking spot to keep that truck off of the street. Even if we got to take the van and park it by the pool house, we're going to, and walk back up the hill, we're going to have a spot for the car, the driver, to park in the yard. Now, I have the driver come inside and sit in the designated area. I let them know if you smoke, you can smoke right here. If you want some water, the bathroom's over here. Please keep it down on the set. That's it. The drivers should have been able to lounge in the pool house or something. He got the drivers waiting in the car for 2-3 hours, bored as hell. What you think they gonna do? You got drivers out there smoking cigars, blunts, calling their baby mamas, getting in arguments in the goddamn on driveway. These are regular, real people. You got them sitting out there for 3-4 hours because you want to treat them like peasants. You running a real business. At a real business, they have a lounge, an office space for people to go sit. I can go to Tires Kingdom, something that ain't even got a setup like you got, and they got a sitting area. So you should have had some type of sitting area, waiting area for these drivers, understanding that some people want to smoke. And you got to pay the cost to be the boss. You the one wanted to grow this business in your house, but you don't want to spend a damn dollar. You had Underdog build it, and you don't want to spend a dollar. Crazy, B.
Parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. So the community.
Parking, blocking up space, and nobody went out there to correct it. Who was supposed to go correct the behavior, Gil? He wanted Kenyon to go do it. I bet Gil was like, damn, Kenyon just left. Fuck, the driver is blocking up the space. Damn it, Kenyon ain't here today, and the driver's out there smoking weed. What should I do? Everybody like, Gil, go tell him to move and put the damn blunt out. No, 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 no. Where's Kenyon? Shit, Swaggy's even boxing now. Where's Swaggy? Motherfucker non-confrontational as hell.
Guys, like, you know what, just they need to move, get them out of here. So, you know, and I guess there was a meeting that they were supposed to attend and they didn't attend the meeting. You hear that? They're like, well,
You heard that, Cino? He said there's a meeting that they were supposed to attend, and I guess they didn't attend it. Now, good morning to you, brother.
Good morning.
And I see you were in your beautiful home. Now, is it a part of an HOA, if you mind me asking?
No.
But if it were to be a part of an HOA, and you sign an HOA contract, who would they require to go to the HOA meeting?
The community.
Would it be you or they?
It'll be pretty much you.
Right. Because I lived in the HOA in Windermere and I signed the contract. So they expect me to show up to the meetings. And if I don't, then my vote don't get counted.
That's facts.
So who was he speaking of when he said they were supposed to go to the HOA meeting and I guess they didn't show up? So he don't expect himself to show up to a HOA meeting?
Um, yeah, it was him. Here's the thing. Let me get this water right quick. Hold on one second. The
We don't
thing
talk about
about
it's something wrong
Gil,
with Kwame. Ain't nothing
the
wrong with
thing
me,
about
Will.
Gil is all of these problems was happening in the beginning. I happen to know a lot about it. You know, somebody might have called the HOA and kind of gave them a heads up. You know, you just gotta wait to the Patreon and see the video. But somebody might have gave them some notice that there was a junkie sitting out in front of the house smoking. you know, and he wasn't smoking cigarettes.
So he was the driver because the first thing he said was, "They gonna blame me, y'all," and you saying it was him.
Well, they said it was a guy who got a face like a shoe, a hairy shoe, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the junkie." It was like this lady. She was. It's a guy out there. He looks like he doesn't belong here. He's smoking and he's got a face like a shoe, a hairy shoe. I'm like, oh, that's the junkie. So I don't know who else Gil got hanging around looking like that, but yep, smoking out in front of the house.
That's dumb though. And see, this is why you don't hire your cousin as your assistant, because a real assistant, they would know how to understand that this is not the place for that. They would have said, look, maybe take that up the street or maybe come inside in the garage or whatever. Gil is not even supposed to know about those type of problems if he has an assistant that he's paying. That's what the assistant is supposed to make sure they do.
Mm-hmm. His thing is Gil. Let me go over your violations. Even though it's a private business, the HOA, I know about a little bit what's going on over there. In 2022, Gil, you had a citation by HOA about your grass. You was neglecting the grass, and the neighbors had to tell you about it and say, hey, get your grass going. Gil, you're leaving your garbage cans out too long. They've had meetings about you leaving your garbage cans out too long. You've had so many complaints.
Hold on. See, no, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute here. Wait a minute. You making $10 million a year, and this is unrelated to the show. This is just housely duties that's getting you fined. And you got
Mhm.
a son at that house?
This man had $1,400 fines for having too many cars out. They were gonna charge him per car.
Wow. And he had all this going on and still never thought to get a studio.
He wasn't showing up. The letters came in there. He neglected it. He
So
went
he
off
said,
last time.
see, no. He said they didn't show up. His black ass was supposed to show up.
Yeah, it's his house.
Oh
They
yeah,
had.
his son is in college now. His son is in college now, but his son was
Mhm.
there before. But I'm just giving an example. You got a son, you got your damn self. Shit, anything. You got that junkie. Shit. If he flew a guy to California with no job, motherfucker, this is your job.
That's
You
true.
going to the airport, you pulling the trash in, you doing everything to live out here in this California weather. That's crazy. So he got a fine in 2022. I'm gonna let you get it all out. Fine in 2022, and what else?
Um, then I think it didn't say a date, but and he left the garbage cans out. They got about a certain time. You gotta take the garbage cans out. He's leaving the garbage cans out too long. The trash cans. It's a certain time limit for you to have the trash cans out. You gotta move them. And then he was being charged $1,400 per car because they're blocking people from getting in, and a couple of neighbors have been complaining about not about like loud noise, but just the actual traffic flow. Like there's a couple that walk around the neighborhood that live there, and it's just all these traffic coming in all the time. And a lot of these people
Man,
are
that's
private,
crazy.
and these people are rich. Like, unfortunately, Gil has like one of the worst houses in the block. Like, Dr. Dre used to live there. That's Dr. Dre old house in 1992 when he was like at death row or something.
That explains why Gil bought it. Italian job.
Yep. And the house is like in poor condition.
Poor condition. It looked beautiful on them pictures that he posted up.
It's the house needs painting on the outside. Um, the basketball court needs to be redone. So I don't know if he got it done. He probably got it done since the last time I saw it, but it's a lot of repairs need to be done to it. So it's a mess.
We talking about the same house because he showed a weight room that looked amazing.
It was the one with all the O's on it that he
Is the
had.
one with that nice ass weight room in it?
That might not. I have to go back and see. I haven't seen it in a while.
Because I think that's the same one. Because he walked through the weight room and then he walked into the actual movie room. Actual arena. That basement is huge. So I think that's the
Oh,
house.
okay. Yeah, Underdog probably fixed up the basement. But the rest of the house, like they took the couch from upstairs in the living room. It was like a cheap IKEA, like gray couch. They took the couch from upstairs and brought it down. And they started the podcast show with that couch. The living room couch.
Get the fuck out of here, Cito.
No joke. Oh, he knows it's true.
Man, I ain't believing that, man. Ain't
That's
no way.
exactly what happened. That was his living room couch.
He took his living room couch and started a podcast instead of buying a couch.
Absolutely. It was sitting in the living room, the gray couch, and they brought it all the way downstairs.
And that would explain why he won't go just buy a studio. Because that don't make no sense. Cameron and Mace, they showed once they leased the space, they got their big deal. So if all he got is parking issues and all this stuff, I would have figured it out. I'd have said, nigga, y'all park at the Starbucks, go buy a coffee, and then I'd have goddamn grab all y'all up in the minivan at the Starbucks or something. But
Yeah, and
when
then
we
he tried
started to
to
make
dump
money,
on Cam and Mace. That's what got me. I'm
right?
like, you trying to dump on Cam and Mace, and he was, oh yeah, but they ain't got all this, and I'm gonna got full studios. I'm gonna have this show, that show, and that show, and I'm like, that's crazy. Because now you recording from a cheap green like screen, and it's like, what happened to all that tech stuff you had?
Hey,
Why
it seems like they took all that shit back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. He got a horrible, like a spinach green background. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell happened to him? He used to have state of the art cameras. He used to film in that room that had all the stuff he did fixed up. Like, what happened to that? I'm like, why are you in this cheap background?
I think to win the argument, he said that he was gonna keep all that stuff, but I knew that was cap.
I don't know what he doing, but Underdog gonna have to get a studio. They wasn't expecting this. So, but it works out better for them. Everybody get to stay at home and work. That's better. So the production, the quality, all of it's down. There's no show anymore. It's just them podcasting now.
They doing Zoom Arena.
Right, Zoom Arena. That's exactly what it is. So
He gonna be back
a
over
lot of
here
stuff
in a
to figure
minute.
out.
He'll be back over here in a minute. In 3, 2, 1. He'll be back over here. Kwame, you a dummy.
Well, here's the thing: they really trying to take the house from him, but I hope he don't lose his house. I hope they don't do that.
They trying to take his house
Yeah,
because he won't go to the meetings, but he talking about they.
right. So the HOA they came by his house and he had to let them in. See, when you in an HOA, they have rights to come in your house.
Oh, that's what he's explaining in this video. I know that. So he said I had some neighbors come by, and he was like, "Oh, I let them come on this." He said, "We ain't doing that." He didn't say the HOA.
Yeah, they HOA.
Boy, this boy here slick.
They want to look for any violations, walking through the house, look to see if there's anything that they claim they want to see if there's anything that needs to be fixed. But no, they looking in your house to see for violations because they want to get you up out of there.
What did Gil say when you told him that this was a bad idea?
Oh, he told me, you don't know what you talking about.
Let
Let
me
you
ask
and
you this:
Kwame get y'all on deal.
Do you
Then you
have a video? Do you have a video when we first talked to him about that shit? I'm gonna have to go to my page when I get inside and press
I
give it a
might.
red.
Yeah, I think I might have that when I told him that I'll say, Gil, you're gonna need a studio because in the end, celebrities are not gonna want to come to your house to
Yeah,
record.
we
I
gotta
was like,
find
in
that
order
video.
for your show to be successful, you are going to need guests. That's the only way your show's gonna work. You're gonna have to have guests. No one's gonna want to listen to you. You're not interested. So the thing is, you're gonna need guests. People can listen to you for about 5 minutes before they get irritated. So you're gonna need guests on your show. Oh, we're gonna get guests. I was like, yeah, if they live in the area. If they live 10 minutes from you, yeah, if they happen to be around that area, yeah, they could stop by. Stephen A could stop by when he wanted if he's in the area. But you're not gonna have Steph Curry. That's why they had to go out to interview Steph. They had to go out and interview somebody else if they can get an interview with them. Because Steph ain't coming to your house. You're not gonna get people like that on your show and they come into your house. Mm-mm. And I'm like, that's a bad idea. Something happened on your property. All you need is one female to say, I didn't feel safe in this day
He
and
was
age.
laughing. He was laughing when you said that.
Yep. I'm like, you get one female to say, I don't feel safe. Guess what? It's all over. So because he had this, oh, we gonna throw these like behind the scene pool parties. But I see he stopped that because something happened.
Oh, he did it already?
Oh yeah, he had all the behind the scenes. He had people jumping from the roof into the pool.
That boy is stupid as hell, boy. Don't even know if they break their leg, they at his house.
Dumb. He was finna make a show with Swaggy P and somebody like we gonna have the Gills Arena behind the scenes. I was like, I'm like, you a big dreamer, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that you don't see the dangers. You don't see what could go wrong. You know, he don't weigh the pros and cons. He see only the pros.
Man, that's for sure. All he see is the money he can make.
Right.
That's it.
Don't see the problems at all. You know, and it's like a child. You know, they don't see the danger. So you gotta see it for them.
Yeah, he do need his own island or his own space. He need to move out of California. He go down to Texas or somewhere in Georgia, Mississippi, and buy him a big old ranch. He could do all that stupid shit and put up, sign waivers, and do all that to protect himself, he might be all right. But he ain't gonna be able to do that in California.
Yeah. But the thing is he should have been moved. I mean, if you getting it like that and you got all these houses, move. Get you a whole. He told me that he don't really live there no way. That's just his studio setup. We knew it was cap, but dude, move. Get a new place outside of HOA where you responsible for stuff and you got to take care of it. Now, I don't know what a HOA, why he got fined for the grass. I don't know if you damaged something on the grass or whatever. Oh yeah, then you left the Halloween stuff up too long. He got fined for that too.
They get fined for everything stupid.
Yep. You got a certain time limit to take down seasonal. And he left the Halloween stuff up too long.
Oh hell no, I'd have been moved. I couldn't stand no neighborhood like that. I did that shit one time. Man, ain't nowhere to hell, boy. He already stay in Georgia. Why don't he just move into his house in Georgia?
Oh man, he should go there. I mean, there's places he can go in California. That's outside of an HOA. He can do that. But
So why don't he just buy? He should have another studio in the morning. Just buy another house, make sure it have a little bit of land, make some parking, have everybody park. You can do what the hell you want to do there.
Gil's the type that wants somebody else to do it. So he want Underdog to put up the money. He want somebody else got to do it for him. He ain't gonna do it for himself.
But if somebody else do it for him, that's gonna put their hand deeper in his pocket.
He don't care. He's somebody that wants the check handed to him.
Man, don't he know that would give him so much freedom to just go spend $2-3 million on a house right now, put the down payment down, pay that shit. You gonna get the money right back once you get the deal.
Yep. He don't see it that way.
Okay.
Gil has always been the check in hand kind of guy. He need the check in his hand and it's good business.
So you saying that he ain't never make no back end money, because the back end, where is that?
There's nothing on the back end because there's nothing there.
That's what I'm saying. If he put the money up for the studio, he gonna get his money on the back end.
Yep.
He never made no back end money. If that's what he think, if that's how he think what you describing, then he's made a lot of money, but he's never made that back end money. Because he don't sound like he put his own money up.
No, it sounds like they put theirs up. Underdog. He claiming
so whoever has worked with Gil, they've always made the most money.
Exactly. The thing is that they getting what they wanted out of it, Underdog, at first, but now they're making money off of the Skip Bayless because they forgot what their job was. Their job, they think they're in the podcasting show business, and they're not. I'm like, you're basically a pitch guy for Underdog. That's your job. Your job is to go there and get people to sign up to Underdog. That's your job. That's Underdog. This is why you don't have a sponsor. And Underdog's like, we're not making any money because we ain't getting the numbers we thought we were going to get. This is why Playbook failed. They've been around for 5 years, and they had Gil for 1 year, and then they had to close up shop.
I ain't mean to laugh. Hey, that's the same show he was trying to get us to join, huh?
Right. And said, watch what I do.
Greedy. He should have gave me the bag. He should have said, man, we need y'all too, man. We're going to give y'all the bag. Save the show. No, he want to keep the bag. Think we dumb.
Well, the thing was, he didn't understand what he was doing, and then allegedly, you know, the only people that got paid over there was him and Josiah. Nobody else got paid. He tried to say, you know, come work under me, because see, he's getting more money the more people that sign up under him. But we could go over there and set up our own thing, because Lowe was over there, and Lowe had, you know, he'd been over there for a minute, and he was doing this thing. And I was like, well, I'm like, we really don't need Gil for anything. What do we need him for? Why we got to sign up under him? See, he wanted that because he gets, you know, he gets the credit. You sign up under him. And I'm like, I
And
don't
that's
need
exactly
him.
why I don't like him. He don't never put you up on nothing. He always want a man up under him.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how I
that's
kept saying.
weird.
I said, well, send me the information. I sent it to you. I'm like, you never sent me anything. I sent it to Kwame. I was like, well, like I said, again, send me the information so I can see what's going on. He didn't want to send me any information on anything. Didn't want to send me one thing. Then he's like, I did send it, but I think I deleted it.
He sent it to me, but like I said, my bullshit meter was already on 10, so I already knew. Cause
Yeah, I just like,
he
well,
told
let
me
me
the
look
same
at
thing
it.
he told you. Come in there. You can work with me up under me. I'm like, what? Nigga, I don't need to work with you.
And I was just like, what are we doing? So he brought everybody up on the show on like an episode. But the only people that was getting paid was him, allegedly him and Josiah. They were the only two, and they kept all the money. And they told them, hey, y'all come up here and get y'all own thing, get your own rooms, then you gonna get money. And they ain't get a dime. Like some people, other people got out. Like Kenya Martin was there like one episode as an appearance to see what it was like, and was like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. And he wasn't doing it.
Man, this is crazy, man. Right, Gil, something else, boy.
Yeah, I mean, if I was underdog, I would have Kenyon Martin and Rashad McCants, you know, had those guys had their own show. Or, you know, let them go in another creative space, because the show is pretty much trashed anyway. Not just me just dumping on Gil, but the show is just is dumb, because all it is clickbait. And that's only gonna go so far. I'm like, you can only do that for so long before everybody realized, dog, you just capped. When they asked Gil who was his favorite players in the NBA, he said LeBron, Bronny James, and Luca and Steph. He's starting to like Steph. I said, what? So you can't really
You
listen,
said Bronny James?
Bronny James. So you
That clutch
know,
sports check must be big.
yeah, gotta ride with Clutch. Because word around the campfire is Josiah is signed with underdog. I mean, not underdog, but with Clutch and Rich Paul. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, Josiah got money coming in because that's what he does. He wants to be an executive producer of the show. So, Gil was trying to do a show with Joy Taylor, Ryan Davis, and himself, and want to do a late night nightcap like Shannon Sharp. He wanted to copy what Shannon Sharp doing.
Oh, that sounds just like him. I know. I just thought of something. We should do something like nightcap. I'm like, yeah, I used to hear that nigga. I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with you? He always got to copy something. So what happened in that show? He didn't want to put no money up.
Well, that's up to, they got to deal with Joy, her management, her team. She's using Gil, playing him like a fiddle so she can get what she wants. Everybody else, like, they ain't touching Joy Taylor. Like, nah, I can't deal with that right now. That's too much heat. So she found the sucker in Gil, and she can milk him for everything he wants. Like she
She's
called him
fine.
she called him a princess boy. You know, guys like that, she knows how to manipulate. Emmanuel Alcho, Gil, you know, princess boys. That's what she
Damn.
called them. Princess boys. She can get anything out of them. They, you know, all you got to do is grease, you know, rub their ego. They go right off the cliff.
Damn.
They'll go want to prove to her he big time. No, I'll get it done.
He said, "Where Melly at?"
Yeah, I know. Well, he's trying to get her pregnant, but he had got himself snipped, so he trying to go in there. I think he got some eggs in the refrigerator or something. He's trying to create another kid.
Man, that boy know he held the way he grew WNBA shoulders. He got snipped.
So now it's a procedure where they can go in there and re-snip him. So
Oh no, they gonna reattach him.
yeah, they gonna go in there. I guess it's like he saw the Cromartie situation because Cromartie when he got snipped and still had another about 3-4 kids. So he was, how did this happen? I got snipped. He was like, well, over time it would grow back. They would tell you it can connect back. So he was like, now they got the new thing. They go in there and they put like a cap on one end and cap on the other end. So they can't never attach back. So he's like, I got that deal. So he's like, now I got to go back in there and get it back together. He's like, I think I got some eggs put away. So
That's a damn shame. He was
yeah, man.
supposed to get that reversed before he married that girl.
Yeah, because he's looking at it as an investment. He's having kids as an investment. Talking about, well, her height and my height, kid might be 6'9", 6'9", 6'10", and that's a good rate for, you know, a kid right now. And you think about it, 18 years of investing. So about 18 years, 19, he gonna be going in there. The money is gonna be NBA coming through the door at that time. The next 18 years, he gonna be coming through the door getting about 50 million. So having
Trying to
kids,
breed his son like his daddy did him, allegedly. Damn.
yep, he's already making the kids' decision.
Ain't that what Ron Harper was talking about?
Yep, when Rod Harper said on that podium at the All-Star weekend, he was like, I ain't LeBron. I ain't gonna tell them what they gotta do. His boys look like, ooh. I'm like, yep. Y'all careers is in trouble. Club sports gonna make it real hard for y'all. But yeah, his boys been playing well. Both of them.
Oh, Gil got two boys?
I mean, no, Ron Harper.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, Ron Harper's son's cold.
Gil got two boys. His youngest son, left-handed. He just short, but he's actually more skilled, in my opinion, than Elias. Elias got the height. He just,
Damn,
you
he
know,
more skilled than him. That boy, that cold.
yeah, Elias got moves, but his youngest son, man, he could go. It's just that he's small. So he gonna probably be about, he might hit 6'2", 6'3", might, but yeah, he's quick, got a lot more, he got a lot more swagger to his game than Elias. I mean, than Elijah.
That was crazy.
Elijah
He must be
put his
real cold.
ball head on Elijah.
Huh?
But I was like, he improved his ball handling a lot, but it's a lot of, one-on-one play instead of, getting rid of the ball. And I could tell this is part of Gil's training.
Well, shit. If Daddy was 1-on-1.
Yep. But he don't have his father's quickness. I mean, you don't have Gil's quick first step. So, and he's actually like better at ball handling than Gil was. As far as like a package, Gil had a move he could do to get him open because he could shoot and he had a quick first step. He wasn't super fast. He was just had a really quick first step. Because the longer Gil go up and down the court, he slows. That's why he didn't have a lot of fast break plays. He would pull up for jump shots. He just knew how to get a quick first step and get space.
That first step was killing.
Oh yeah, he was that. I was like, I had a quick first step, so I already knew that was it. When you got a good jump shot, good enough, that first step really gonna be a killer because they gotta respect the jump shot. So zip, I can go right by somebody quick.
Says Lotto kind of look goofy. Laugh out loud. That boy crazy. But no, man, I think we can learn a lot from this situation. We're not trying to pick on Gil or nothing like that. Because
No. I really hate that it happened to the show.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with all the guys potentially losing their employment.
Yeah, think about all the crew members. They gonna get paid anyway, but now they sitting at home. They ain't got nowhere to go. And how hard is it to rent a studio?
Right.
Now you can go
that's why it's about ownership, and that's why it's about he should have took accountability. Like you said, it's not hard to go lease a studio space.
Right. You in California. Go lease a studio. You can go rent one out and just say, hey, we're gonna do this show here, we're gonna pod from here, or whatever. That's easy. Go on and do it. I don't see the problem. But my thing is, it's always about the quality of the show. Their problem is there's other shows that came out, like about 15 that came out that's better than them. Mellow Show, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn or whatever. That show came out. It's better than theirs. All these people who have shows, they have guests come on their show. And it's way better than Gil's Arena. Gil's Arena is just screaming and yelling over nothing. And cap. What they talking about on Twitter, it's garbage. And they've been, just promoting garbage and inflating numbers to make people believe that there's a lot of people love this show. Number one show. I'm like, nobody watches that show. Nobody with any sense would sit around and watch that show because there's nothing going on there. So the whole thing is their format is terrible. Skip Bayless. Nobody care about Skip Bayless. This is why he's been done for a long time. Then they bring in all these old washed up, used to be racist. Nobody want to talk to them. I'm like, y'all find the worst of the worst that nobody wanted to deal with in media and get him a deal. I'm like, since Talib's brother, Talib was already a hothead in the NFL. All he do is cuss. That's every 2 seconds he curses for no reason. He be, yep, he effing stupid. You know what? I think they need to effing pass the effing ball. He just come right out cursing. Then you got Incognito, who feel like I can say the N-word if I feel like it.
Oh, they got him?
Yeah, Richie Incognito on there.
Oh Lord.
That's all I say. Anybody who had, I'm like, who they gonna have next? John Rocker? You gonna bring John Rocker out there? You gonna have anybody with controversy? Yeah, it's a mess.
He said, I just got an underdog ad on this live. Laugh out loud. Oh, the irony.
Yeah. So, I mean, anybody could get representation from them. Like, they run some of that stuff, I guess, on my page. If we talk about that show or what's happening over there, but it's a cautionary tale. You know, he couldn't hire. He don't control the hiring or the firing. All of this 50-50 crap was lies. Like I told you, it's like an 85-15 deal more than anything. He's an employee. He made himself an employee.
Yep, for the bag. And that's why he can't bring the guys in that basement. 'Cause otherwise, he could still he could have got all the guys that he got, just the four guys, Brandon Jennings, and got a light little crew, that junkie and two or three other people. They could have met those guys down the hill, brought those guys over there, and they could still run the show while it's the off season in his basement.
Mm-hmm. But like he said, it got crowded once Skip and them got there. They had it worked out where the cars wouldn't be there, so he didn't have to get hit with them fines. And they start shuttling people in. And then when Skip and them came there, they were like, hey, they ain't doing all that. So now Gil's
So they,
house.
they shouldn't have to do all that every morning. That's why you get a studio.
Yep. Now Gil's house then got crowded. And see, this is why Marcellus Wiley can do what he do in his house. And he could pod and he keep it small, but he own everything. See, he can control what he can on the levels he got it. He has all the revenue, all the control. Everything gets broke down by him. So giving up 50% when you didn't have to, and I'm like, he didn't gave up way more than 50% because he could get fired and they can just continue with the show. They'll just change the name like they already did once he had the feds come by. When the feds came by to say hello, they changed the name quick. It was done like that week. He wasn't even in the description. They had removed his name completely.
Man. And so when
Yeah.
does that go to trial?
I don't know. I haven't really looked into it to see when it's coming up. If it didn't come up already.
So can't he just go get a studio, rent a space tomorrow? If he does that, will Underdog put that new equipment in that space and start the show up?
They could. I mean, it's up to them. But at this point, they still in the same predicament. They still need a giant to come in and help with these costs. They thought they were going to get the Amazon deal. Then now they went back to Netflix. But, you know, Gil thinking he going to get 25 million. I'm like, they not finna. I'm like, they already built the studio from the ground up, Amazon. And they got their own NBA show over there. Yo show is complete trash compared to the NBA show they got over there. But he's thinking that Netflix has got an opportunity to bring him over. Well, Netflix just went and spent their money, brought in all these shows, iHeartMedia, radio. Nobody thought about Gil's Arena. So, again, I don't know what is he going to do to figure it out, but it's like the Feds Arena.
That's crazy.
They preparing themselves for life without Gil if it comes down to it. but it's almost going to be time for renegotiations. They know that's coming right up in about 2 months. They 2 months away. They right at the end of it. So I don't think Underdog is in a rush to try to go build a new studio for a show that might not be around. Everybody contract is up. Nobody got any extensions.
Mm.
So everybody contract is up at the end of this year. So we'll see what happens after that.
Damn. Well, is your contract up on YouTube?
No.
Oh.
What about you? Your contract up?
Nope. They've been hitting me with harassing and bullying strikes, though. Shit.
Mm-mm-mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, let this for the record. Y'all can learn from this. Don't give up stuff you don't need to give up. This man gave up all total control, hiring and firing. He can't bring anybody in to be hired without the approval of Underdog. They control everything. If they say that person got to go, they got to go.
Damn.
Nothing he can do
Out
about
of his house.
it. Out of his own house.
If Gil say no, they can say that's my guest. Underdog can say hell no, they can't.
They got to go. They tell Gil when the show starts and when it ends, when he got to be ready to do the show, everything. They tell him what to do.
So if he late, what'll happen?
I don't know. They'll probably ask him why, and he might get fired or whatever. Might get docked money.
Damn.
The whole nine.
Shit.
Now, I think his deal was at $3 million. Last I remember, he was getting paid $3 million. Josiah was getting paid 1.2, and he was paid 750. Then he got another 750, so that was like 1.2. And Gil was getting like 3 million, and now he claiming, "Oh, I'm getting 10 now. This new deal I got, I'm getting 10, so I'm finna get 25 on the next deal." I said, "If you get 25 million a year, make sure you let me know, because I'm telling you, you ain't getting 25 million. There's no way anybody's stupid enough to pay $25 million a year for a show."
I mean, he the #1 show. I can see it.
Yeah, not in the real world. where they gonna check those numbers out, and like, you ain't Joe Rogan, buddy. Your pod numbers ain't up there for real. You are not in
Hey,
the top podcasting anything.
wait a minute. I thought he was the #1 sports show.
Man, that's falsified YouTube numbers. They paying for a spot. They're buying it. And other people were letting it know that this is what's happening. People are trying to buy themselves into the position. And it's an expensive way to go. And like, you got the people that's really doing it, and Bill Simmons and the other guys, they didn't call Gil out by name, but saying people are trying to buy themselves into the top spot when
But it
everybody
sounds
can
like
pay
something he'll
them.
do though, buy his way in some shit.
Mm-hmm. Trying to falsify it to make it look like they're really a #1 show when they're not. And they said, well, it's working for him so far. Like, he's getting the attention and everything else. So it's the fake it till you make it situation. But yeah, he's pretty much doomed.
The dude say you could literally look it up.
He said, look up what?
That he got the #1 show.
Okay. Well, send us the link, Flash. Where did he got the #1 show at? And what?
He said #1 basketball show.
#1 basketball show.
Yeah, that's what he was telling everybody.
What is a basketball show? So that means they're gonna put him. So that's all they talk about is basketball. They don't talk about the Super Bowl. They don't talk about anything else on there but basketball. They the #1 show at Tuesdays at 3:00. Come on, man. You got to be smarter than this.
They talk basketball and Kwame Brown. Are you gonna watch the fight tonight, Carissa Shields and Fran Khan?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that, especially after what went down last night at the weigh-in.
What went down?
Oh man, at the weigh-in, man, it turned into a brawl there in Detroit.
Damn.
Yeah, the girl boyfriend, he about 4'9", like Carissa Shields said. I'd have beat his ass and your ass. To my Papoose would have whooped him. He only 4'9". He like, I would have whooped your ass, and he would have whooped your ass. You need to sit down somewhere.
What he was so mad about?
He got mad because of the push that they knew she was gonna push her, and then for some reason the big boy who was there, her friend, he was trying. I'm like, look, he trying to fight security. I'm like, he starting into a brawl, man. That little dude got his ass whooped. I was like, man, he went back there. I'm like, dude, you 4'9". What the hell are you trying to do?
What do you want to fight security for? The security ain't push nobody.
Man, the security had to handle their business. Because these fools keep coming. I'm like, dude, stay over there. The big boy don't want to hear nothing. No. We coming over. We coming through. I'm like, see? The big boy trying to start something. I was like, it was that big dude. He was the one with the glasses. Like, he couldn't even move 5 steps before he was out of breath.
Man, that's crazy. I'm looking at the chat talking about Boots and Garcia. You think Garcia can beat Boots?
Who are you talking about? You talking about Ortiz?
Garcia, can he beat Boots Ennis?
Which Garcia?
What is his name? The one that just fought, Danny Garcia? Not Danny Garcia.
Ryan Garcia?
Ryan Garcia.
Oh, they ain't in the same weight class. Like, Boots would kill him.
Oh.
Boots would kill that man in about 2 rounds.
What round is Ryan in? What weight class he in?
Yeah, 147. He finna fight Shakur Stevenson, and I'm gonna put the whole house on Shakur Stevenson.
What weight class is Boots in?
Boots is at 154 pounds.
No.
But man, they won't put Ryan Garcia in there with nobody that could punch. He had a chance to fight 2 people that he should have fought and didn't.
Who?
The guy that beat him. He didn't rematch Rolly, who just put his ass on the canvas. He didn't rematch him. He didn't call him out after this fight. Then he went ahead and he could have fought Ashford Devin Haney. He didn't ask for that fight again. He want to fight Shakur Stevenson because he figured, oh, he can't punch. He's just a boxer. But you can't touch him. But you think you could beat Shakur Stevenson? I'm all for it. Shakur Stevenson's going to hurt this boy.
He gonna put him in that blender. He gonna hit him with so many clean punches. It's gonna hurt worse than he think.
Yep.
Shakur got that weird way of jabbing you before you get going.
Yeah. And then the
He
thing
popped the
is,
shit out you in between punches.
Ryan fights like an amateur. So his chin all in the air like Barrios, I think they paid him to take a dive anyway. So he was just there to take a dive.
Damn.
So I'm like, he didn't throw a right hand all night. The right hand was there. I'm like, what is he waiting on? I'm like, he's backing right up into the right hand. Chin in the air. You are not throwing it. And then if you do throw it, you only throw the right hand to the body. And this was early on. I'm like, oh wow, I'm like, he's bought. Barrios is bought and paid for.
Damn. He almost let him knock his ass out too.
Yeah. So I said, oh yeah, he sold this fight. Yeah, they paying him double just to take a dive.
Damn.
They promoted Ryan Garcia like he didn't just get knocked out in his last fight.
Shit, they just built him back up. This is the Make-A-Wish fight. I mean, this is the most pivotal fight in his life of his whole career. I knew he was
they
gonna
was.
win.
I'm like, before he threw 3 punches, he's looking so sharp. I'm like, oh damn. It's a whole glaze, man.
Yeah.
But all right, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of this thing too, man. Appreciate you for coming up.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
all y'all.
Salute,
Yeah,
salute.
on my Patreon, I'm gonna talk about this some more. So we'll do that later.
Okay.
So appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me up.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, salute, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I got to do some other stuff on my other channel, but I got to take a little break and go do some man shit. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone. Salute.